Hi, my name is Chelsea Oberman, and I am going to be teaching you how to make a reed, an oboe reed. For the oboe. Okay, so what you're all going to need first, you have cane in here, and you have to let it soak in complete submerged water for at least 30 to 40 minutes. And if you want to use warm water, it will be more like 20 to 30 minutes. You also need thread, oboe thread. This is 100% nylon FF gauge, and it's GBS. And I got this from Edmund Nielsen. Yes. You will need a wine cork, a pencil. Little pair of scissors is optional, otherwise you're gonna just use your reed knife. Let's see, what else? A mandrel. A metal ruler that is marked in millimeters. Some sort of easel if you want to bevel the cane. 10 millimeters across. Sorry. And these, I marked this for shaping, but we don't need to do that now. And a cake of beeswax. And something to anchor the string onto. I'm just using a music stand. And it's best for whatever you're anchoring it to be round. Otherwise, when you pull, you're going to cut the string if it has corners. So the first thing you want to do, let's see, this is brand new string. I need to find where it starts. Alright, you're going to take a length of thread from your shoulder to the very tip of your hand, like so, and cut that off. So you'll have a length of thread. So what you do, you take the cake of beeswax, hold it against the thread, and pull on it. You get the beeswax on the thread. Do this like 5 times, 6 times on half. And then switch and do the other half. It's easier than doing the entire length in one run. It should make a squeaking sound. And then just go over it a couple of times with your hands like that to melt the wax. And then what you do, tie it to your anchor and do like a half hitch, probably 7 of them, like a shoelace knot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then just kind of rub the knot in between your fingers to melt the wax again. And then what you're going to do at the end is wrap it around the wine cork so that you have something to hold on to while you're tying the reed. And you set that aside. Then what you do next, the other thing you need is a staple, obviously. You need an oboe staple. Make sure that it is up to 47 millimeters, otherwise it's too long and you don't want to use it. And also make sure that it fits flush on the mandrel and that there's nothing hanging out, and if there is, you have to make sure to tie it there. This one is perfectly flush though. And then you can take your cane that's been soaking for 30 to 40 minutes. Sorry. This is Gonzalez that I shaped myself. 10.5 to, no, it's the 10 to 10.5, and I'm not sure what gauge it is. But what you do is from the hinge, mark 27 millimeters down on your pencil, or with your pencil from the hinge. Let me do that real quick. So you mark, you just draw a line across at 27. You see? You can fold that over. Then on the mandrel, you place so the line is at the end of the mandrel, like that. And then there's a few things you have to make sure of before you can start tying. You need to make sure this is flat with the flat side of the mandrel, like that. You have to make sure it's straight up and down. And you have to make sure the openings on each side are slightly equal so that when you pull, they close. They're not quite even. And then you can take the string that's on your cork, on your anchor, and tie about 3 tie lengths down from the line. Pull really hard, and you go up until the line. And my cane's not closed all the way. And if that's not closed all the way on one side, you just shift it so that it's a little bit more closed when you tie it. Whoa, that's very uneven. See how I mean this side is really closed and that side's really open? See? So fix it so that they're even. There. Make sure it's straight. And again, go about 3 or 4 ties down from where the line is and pull so that it closes. And it's closed on both sides now. And one thing you might want to do before you actually begin tying the reed is make sure that it's up to 47. The thread from the bottom of the staple to the top of the thread is at 47, because otherwise it's going to be over tied. Perfect. Alright, then what you do, you cross over like that, and you keep tying all the way down. And you pull hard with each run around the staple and cane. My anchor isn't very stable. You want to have an anchor that's really stable, unlike this, but I can't get anything else in this shot. So you just keep doing this until you're about maybe 4 or 5 tie lengths down from the cork. Just keep doing this. That's good. And then you can get it all off the cork. And you make a 4 knot. And you do this by twisting the thread towards you with your forefinger and thumb, putting the loop over the cane, and then pulling it down to where the next tie would be and pulling it tight. And you do that until you get to the very bottom. Into the cork, and what you want to do every time you tie a knot is go like that. Just kind of jiggle it back and forth. You do a knot, place the loop over the cane, except for his thread is being stupid. There we go. Place it as the next tie, pull it tight, go like that, all the way down to the cork. Probably one more. And then, once you're done, you just cut it off, like that. Throw away the rest. There you have a finished blank. It's a little bit crooked, but it's still good. If everything else is good, when you're done, make sure you can put it on the mandrel and just lie it flat and see if the ovals line up. They do. Cane's a little bit crooked, but if everything's alright, then I'm going to leave it. It goes up to 47. And make sure the thread is nice and tight. If you can move them, then they're not tight enough. And that is how you tie a blank. This is what the finished one looks like. Thank you for watching.